Hello and welcome. This is Angie with thecountryshootcottage.net. So I am in front of my computer today to tell you about Cricut Academy. Maybe you're here because you've been struggling with your Cricut machine, and maybe you've learned tons of information from this YouTube channel, which I love. But I still get tons of questions every single day about certain functions in Cricut Design Space or certain things that your Cricut will do that I just don't have a video for, or don't have a blog post for, or just plain don't know. That brings me to Cricut Academy. So Cricut Academy is not sponsored or endorsed by Cricut. It is by my good friend Corey George, and I'm actually an affiliate for it. So I will be doing like a complete review of the course itself, and I will drop an affiliate link for the course in the description below. So if the information I'm about to share interests you at all, if you'll drop down there, click that link before you buy the course, it would help tremendously. First, let's head to the computer. Let's take a look on the inside of Cricut Academy. I have full access to the course itself. Let's take a look behind the scenes. What are the courses you get? What all do you get with your membership? Let's take a look behind the scenes first, and then let's come back and talk about some of the questions maybe you might have about Academy itself, and is it right for you? So let's begin with a look inside of Cricut Academy. So this is, after you log in, this is the student dashboard, and you can scroll down and see the courses that you have access to. So when you sign up for the monthly subscription to Cricut Academy, you have access to all of these courses. So we have Cricut Explore and Maker Basics, Cricut Design Space for Desktop, Cricut Glossary, our resource library, Cricut Materials, Cricut Tools, and as you can see, there are actually 2 more pages. Now the neat thing about this is that it actually puts at the top the ones you've recently clicked on. So I've most recently looked at the Cricut Explore and Maker Basics, so it's actually at the top. So let's scroll through and see the other courses that you get. Make Money Using Your Cricut, Cricut Joy Specifics, Cricut Joy Basics, Cricut Design Space for iOS, Cricut Design Space for Android. So now we've had all 3, right? On the first page we had desktop, and now we have Android and iOS. The same, like we had Explore and Maker on the front page, and now we have our Joy courses on this second page. And then Adobe Illustrator for Cricut if you wanted to make your own SVGs or something like that. And Cricut Extras, exclusive Cricut projects and tutorials, and a whole lesson on Cricut tools and materials. So now let's take a look inside some of these lessons. The first one we're going to look inside is the resource library. So with your monthly subscription, you actually get access to an entire library of SVG files. And they actually come with a commercial license up to 500 items. And I just wanted to show you some of these so you can take a look at all of these, but these are the free monthly SVG files. And when you sign up, you have access to all these old ones as well. And when I click on one of these, let's just click on, July is not over yet, so let's click on May. You can see all of the files that I would have access to just in May. So every month you get like a $40 value just in SVG files, which I was really impressed with. So now that alone, with the SVG files, pays for our monthly fee. So let's look at some of the other courses. One of my favorites is the Cricut Glossary. I run into a lot of people that have trouble with the Cricut terms. So you can actually get to know the Cricut lingo. And it's divided into sections. So design space lingo, materials and techniques, hand tools, machines, blades, miscellaneous terms. So let's just take a look at one of these. So I'm going to take a look at the Design Space Glossary. And as you can see, each term is laid out in alphabetical order along with what it means. And it just keeps going. You have access to this at any time. So if I get confused about a term, I can easily look it up and refresh my memory as to what it means. And the terms can get really confusing when you're getting started with your Cricut machine. The next thing I wanted to look at was Design Space. So Design Space is something else that a lot of people have trouble with when they first get started with their Cricut. This is the desktop version. There is one, like I showed you, for iOS and Android. But as you can see, the course itself is divided into sections, which I find really helpful. So if I just wanted something on the layers panel, I would be able to just go right to that. So if we look at the edit toolbar, if I was having trouble with just the align function today, like I cannot figure it out, I cannot figure out how to use it, I can just head right here, and there's a lesson complete with screenshots on how to use align, arrange, and flip. So I don't have to go through a bunch of the course just to get to what I need to. I can just find exactly what I'm having trouble with, click on it, and the instructions along with screenshots open up. So now let's take a look at the machine courses. We'll take a look at Explore and Maker Basics. Again, the course is broken up into different sections, which is super helpful. So if I just wanted to know about mats, I could just click the mat overview. So let's just take a look at, first of all, the machine overview itself. So it lets us know like what's in the box, what to expect when you get a machine, which is really helpful for beginners. And it takes us all the way through design space, the mats, the tools, the pens, all the way to making your first project. So we'll click there. And here you can see that it's going to walk you through that first project along with screenshots. So if you're having trouble in design space, you can walk through your first project, walk through the screenshots on the screen, and kind of make that first project along with Cricut Academy. So next, let's scroll on to one more module and take a look inside the back end. For me, making money using your Cricut is a super exciting course, but I wanted to take a look inside the projects and tutorials. So if you're struggling with, okay, now I know how to use my Cricut machine, and I have all this great information about how to use it and what the terms are, what am I going to make with it? This might be the answer. So you have all those SVG files, but you can kind of look at finding projects to make. So ready to make projects in Cricut Design Space, all the way to finding, designing within Cricut Design Space, or uploading files you find on the internet to Cricut Design Space, or the SVGs right in Cricut Academy. Then you can also start with these projects and tutorials. So simple projects and tutorials right inside of Cricut Academy, and we'll just click on one and get the gist of how these are laid out. So it shows you the project, and then it shows you what you'll need, as then walks you through the steps on how to create the project. And so there's an access to 16 projects with your monthly subscription as well. So now that we've taken a look kind of behind the scenes inside Cricut Academy, now let's talk about the pricing and is it worth it or not. All right, so it looks pretty cool from the back end, right? First question you probably have is, how much is it? The price is $12.99 per month right now, or you can get a whole year for $129. So the yearly price is like getting 2 months for free. So if you're convinced right now, I need it for a year, the $129 price is for you. Now, what do you get for that? I showed you a little bit of behind the scenes at all the lessons. It's actually over 200 lessons, and you get free SVG files every month, like I talked about, with a commercial license, and it's at least 15 a month. So they guarantee 15 a month, might be more. So it's 15 plus a month. And they're all super cute. So I kind of showed you a few of those as I was walking through Cricut Academy. Definitely want to check those out. They're the cutest things ever. All the access to all those SVGs, plus the ones that are already in there, and then continuing on month after month, and access to 200 plus lessons. There's also a couple printable guides I didn't actually show you. There's a printable vinyl guide, as well as like a keyboard shortcuts guide. So you can print those for free once you're a member of Cricut Academy. And then there's also a VIP Facebook group. So if you wanted a Cricut community, or a place where you can ask questions and get an answer from someone that knows, that VIP Facebook group is the place to be. And you get access to that once you join Cricut Academy and start paying your monthly fee or the yearly subscription. They also do a giveaway every month, as well as a Facebook Live. So you are constantly getting that new content that maybe you really need. So that exclusive new content that maybe you're craving after you learn everything you think you know about your Cricut machine. The thing I wanted to say about the lessons is this. Maybe you go through all 200. So it's a self-paced course. You can go through them as fast or slowly as you wanted to, but maybe you just rock through them in a month because you think I'm just going to pay the $12.99 and just get through it. That's fine. But what I wanted to say about that is that Cricut is constantly changing. If you've had your Cricut machine anytime at all, you've probably already seen that. Design space changes. The machines might change functions. They add materials. And the course is constantly updated with all of that new information. So the new materials that come out, the new look of design space or anything new that happens in design space, new design space functions, those are added to the course so that you don't have to go hunting for that information. If you are struggling, trying to search YouTube all the time, I'd love for you to be here. I will continue to do all the free tutorials that I can right here on YouTube. But if you're struggling with finding the information you need on YouTube, Cricut Academy might be the answer for you. I did want to offer it up as an option because I'm always getting questions from people that kind of want all the information in one place, all of the tutorials in one place, and just one place to access all the information quickly. I definitely think Cricut Academy is the answer for that. I myself will just keep putting out my content on my blog and both my YouTube channel. I hope you'll follow along. If that's enough for you, that's great. But if you're looking for something a little bit more, a more organized approach to learning your Cricut machine, maybe you want to learn all those things about making money, you want those commercial SVG files every month, Cricut Academy, I can highly recommend. Okay, a few questions I think you might have. The renewal of the membership. If you sign up for the monthly membership or the yearly fee, it will automatically renew. You can cancel at any time. So if you get in there and you don't like what you see, you can definitely cancel after that month or two or whatever when you're just not happy with your subscription. But you will need to cancel that. It will automatically charge you month after month. And then the second question I thought a lot of you might have. So I mentioned that there's some printable shortcut guides, but the entire course is not printable. So if you're looking for something that you just want to print like a book on your Cricut, Cricut Academy is not the answer for that. Just because things are constantly updating, it is not available in a printable version. There are some printable shortcut guides, but not the full course that you can't print it. All right, so I think it's clear for me, I'm definitely a Cricut Academy fan. If I knew nothing about my Cricut machine, really wanted to sit down, learn my machine, learn everything there is about my Cricut, Cricut Academy would definitely be the answer for me. So if you're the same way, looking for that structured, organized approach to learning your Cricut machine, you want to sit down and learn all about it, give Cricut Academy a try. I think you'll be extremely impressed with the course itself as well as the free SVG files. Again, commercial use up to 500 items off of any one SVG. So right there, you can start making money with your Cricut machine. And to me, the SVGs alone, so they're a $40 value. That alone kind of pays for the membership itself. Anything you get over and above that $40 worth of SVG files is just a bonus, right? So a organized place to go look up all your Cricut questions, a Facebook group to go and ask any questions that you can't find the answer to live. I mean, it's kind of priceless, right? So for me, the $12.99 fee is super low, super affordable. So sign up before she realizes that she's charging too little and starts charging more. So thank you all so much for joining me today. If you have any questions about Cricut Academy, you can drop down below and ask those. If you're going to sign up, drop down below, click our affiliate link for that. If you love this video, if it helped you make a decision about Cricut Academy, whether you want to join or not, please give us a thumbs up. And if you would, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos like this every week, and you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.